So I decided to start with a lyric, and it's once there was a way to get back homeward. So it's an iconic line from an even more iconic band, the Beatles, and it just reminds me of the power that music has to reach beyond the normal happenings of everyday life. Um, and so it reminds me of how I got started. I like to think that I found my love for music first inside the womb, even being from a musical family. My aunts and uncles had been used to playing music and instruments and garage band parties and birthdays and holidays and the like. So I like to think that in utero I could hear the bass drum of my uncle, who would have just at that point gotten off of his tour with Buddy Guy playing the drums, or the melodies of my many aunts singing, whether in harmony or in unison, to some of their favorite bands that I eventually grew up listening to, like the Carpenters or the Andrews Sisters, or the Osmonds, or you name it. And so, but one of my fondest memories as a young child was at 4 years old, the first time I got to record myself and hear myself back. It was of the Beatles singing "She Loves You." Sometimes I listen to it. It doesn't sound as great as that, but I grew a little bit. But it was fun at the time. But one thing I can say is, like, my younger years, like junior high and before high school, like I don't remember singing with my family or as a soloist very much. And it wasn't until my high school years that I found myself in a stage similar to this, auditioning for the talent show. And so enter 14-year-old Andrew, who wants to make an impression as a freshman student. And I remember thinking after leaving the audition, gosh, this panel of substitute teachers, science teachers, and English teachers really seemed to like this soul song. So I hope I hope that my student body, my peers, who I don't really know and they don't know me, I hope they like it. And so the day came where all of the students packed in to the auditorium, all 650 of them, 3 times over through the course of the latter half of the day, along with my nerves. And out came me and Mrs. Jones from freshman Andrew, who at that point had not even pondered dating, let alone having an affair. But I just remember, thinking of that moment as the defining moment of when I knew that singing is something that, whether I wanted to or not, or whatever happened, that I would always it would always be a part of my life. And so fast forward quite a few years to around this time in the last few years, to the corner of State and Randolph, where I found myself many an afternoon, evening, and there's me still having all of this inspiration from family, from singing, from stages that range from the stage at my high school to the corner where I typically stand, and I'm always reminded of the power of music. I think back to that line, once there was a way to get back homeward, and I think that line, along with so many other things, remind me of the power of music and the far-reaching ability that it has, and the responsibility that I, as a vocalist or a performer, have to uphold that reach. And for me, that begins with this song. Woo! the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, minor fall, major league, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Your faith was strong, needed proof. Saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty in the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to her kitchen chair, broke your throne, she cut your hair, and from your lips she drew the hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. And there's a God above, all I'd ever learned of love, how to shoot somebody who outdrew you. It's not a cry here at night, not someone who's seen the light to call a broken